Welcome to the Chelsea Fan Channel. This is a very, very humbling experience for me. I'm doing a video from the home of football, from Stamford Bridge. I'm going to take you through my top 5 Chelsea moments that have ever happened in this stadium. I'm going to start with a moment that happened in 1996. I was very young. I remember coming to the game, I was sitting in the Matthew Harding lower, and Roberto Di Matteo scored a goal against Middlesbrough very, very late on. When the goal went in, he celebrated, and it was, in my opinion, the best celebration that has ever happened in football. He would simply lie down, put his arm in the air, looked fantastic, and all the players looked they're beaming with smiles, Dennis Wise in particular. Ever since that goal went in, I've tried to perfect that celebration. No one's ever going to do it as good as the great man Di Matteo himself, of course, but all through my life, all through my school life, all through my university life, and into my adult life, I've tried to perfect that celebration. So that is a goal and a game and a moment in this arena that will live with me forever. A second moment that I would like to talk to you about is a moment that isn't one that makes many lists that I talk about. It's a very sad moment for a lot of Chelsea fans, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because it is something that really does mean so much to me. It's something that will stay with me forever. We played here against Barcelona in 2009. It obviously didn't go to plan. Michael Essien scored a fantastic goal, and that goal was cancelled out late on by Andres Iniesta. We were robbed that day. However, the moment that I would like to talk about, and it's something that really does fill me with pride and joy, is the reaction of the Chelsea fans around the stadium, around this stadium on that night. The ref blew for full time. We were obviously robbed. We were broken-hearted, but to a man, this stadium was packed, and everyone was on their feet, and the players got one of the most emotional rounds of applause and standing ovations that I've ever been part of. And that is a moment as well that will live with me forever and will always mean a lot to me. It's huge. My third moment, and this is one of the most glorious moments that this stadium has ever seen. It was rocking that night. I've never heard noise like it. I genuinely haven't. Even Tottenham, when we drew 2-2 recently, did not have the volume that we had on this night. The night is, of course, Napoli at home in the Champions League, when Branislav Ivanovic scored just over there, and he rifled it into the roof of the net. It was a great finish, and this stadium erupted. And I think that moment, we were 3-1 down from the first leg, and it was that moment. I was sitting gate 16, Matthew Harding lower. I looked around and people genuinely started to think that the impossible could become a reality. Chelsea could become the kings of Europe. This moment is a really fun moment. We'd already won the league, it was massive. We played Charlton at home last day of the season, and we got a penalty. We let Claude Makelele take that penalty. He wasn't renowned for his goal-scoring prowess. He was a fantastic football player, brilliant at everything. Probably the only player that I can think of that has a position named after him. But he wasn't known for goal scoring. We let him take the penalty, and it was up there, and it was truly hilarious. He sort of bobbled the penalty into the keeper and then managed to bobble the rebound into the back of the net, and we reacted as if we'd won the European Cup. The joy that came out of the fans on that night, celebrating Claude Makelele scoring in those circumstances, really will live with me forever. It was a massive, massive moment for me in this stadium. I'm going to take you back to where it all began, when I was very, very young. We played Liverpool here in the FA Cup. It was 1997. We hadn't won the competition for years. I was a child. I was so young. I came with my stepdad, and we were 2-0 down at half-time, and I was in tears. It really did hit me hard. I was sitting here. These were the benches at the time. It wasn't this glorious stand. It was arguably a more glorious stand, but it was full of concrete and broken wooden seats. And I was here with my dad. We were 2-0 down. And we made a substitution at half-time, and Mark Hughes came on. The game changed. We won 4-2. Gianluca Vialli scored a diving header. I can remember watching it. There was all hoardings behind the goal. It's here. It was right. I was probably had this same view, in fact. And the ball came in, and Gianluca Vialli rose, and I can remember it now as clear as day. His bald head getting onto the cross, and Chelsea went 4-2 up. And a love affair was born that day. I suddenly realised that I would be a Chelsea man for the rest of my life, and it has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. That concludes my 5 moments. I hope you enjoyed them. Do me a favour, I love the interaction that we have on this channel, so please comment below, let me know your top 5 Stamford Bridge moments. Go on you please.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Chelsea Fans Channel. Now I'm lucky enough to be at Stamford Bridge. The guys are playing over there, and I have decided to come and talk to you lot, and I'm going to take you through my top 5 ever moments.